that's all I need, right? We're gonna reopen the meeting from the 3rd. And we're here just to talk over the warrants for the town meeting.
And Brian is prepared.
Okay.
Not as much as, I don't think I'm as much
Okay,
prepared
so-
as he is.
Brian, I feel like 1 through 7 is just standard stuff.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So do you have anything for 8?
Well, we've gotta take off that $2,000.
We've got to amend it,
I've got
somebody's
that.
got to amend it.
Okay, so this has got to be, amend this article. We are not getting, this should be $0. Okay, is there anything else on this article, Brian?
Everything is the same as last year, right, except for snowmobile.
Yeah, snowmobile changes every year.
The excise tax?
Miss Chicken doesn't dare to go up on anything.
So 9 is housekeeping.
Yes.
Sell or dispose of any excess property. That's, what does somebody always ask us, how long we give people? Somebody always asks something about this one, but anyway, it's basically housekeeping.
How long we allow them?
Sell or
for-
dispose of excess property or real estate acquired and, you know, that's, do we
I was
usually?
just trying to think, I don't remember the questions.
So,
10 is housekeeping.
yes, that's to do grants and anybody that wants to donate or anything like that. Number 9 allows us to, yes, and one of the questions was how long we give people.
Right.
Generally, we give them a year. We
Right.
try.
As long as we see fit, 'cause we're not gonna make any money off the deal anyway. We
Right,
want them to
No.
know,
exactly.
but
No,
we don't
Right,
wanna take anybody's,
Because it says 90 days in here, and I think that sometimes we get,
Right.
we get a question about
Yeah.
that. Okay.
right,
All right, so 11 and 12 were planning board positions.
yep.
Let's go to 13. I had 48,8, I had, that is heat, electricity, insurances, and mowing for this building.
Yes.
Okay. Public safety, do you have anything on that one, Brian?
Other than it went up 27.7%. Back on 13, that went up 9.2. Public safety, looks like it's 27.7,
So 13 went up 9.2%?
9.2, yep.
And public safety, 27?
27.7.
Because I think you might get a little, depending on who's there, a little pushback about the wages at $96,000. So,
Yep.
I'm just
We'll let that-
I'm
That's
just saying it out
choice.
loud.
But
And,
history repeats itself. If it wasn't for the fire department coming, we wouldn't have an audience at
no,
town.
it's just true,
So,
true. I'm just being devil's advocate, I'm
Yeah,
not
well,
disagreeing
you're
or
right, I
agreeing.
mean,
So then, on 15, that's just animal control, that's pretty
yeah,
standard.
that's the same.
So, road maintenance,
this is gonna be the big one where they're gonna
Right.
ask
right,
what the plan is for that extra money this year. And last year, we had paving projects on the Lindsay Road and the Chapman. We don't have any projects.
And that might be a pitfall,
I mean,
I think, that if we don't have any,
ditching, curbing, I mean,
Yeah,
I know-
and
I know
we've got
we
a
can
whole
everything
bunch of
back.
driveway culverts to replace, and you're talking
a ton.
$3,000
Well,
to $5,000 a whack.
if we don't keep up on it, it's gonna,
Yeah,
all of a sudden, you're gonna have another 500 grand to get the roads back up.
yeah,
At least,
So, winter roads, I wrote plowing contract, and that's including the sand this
Yeah,
year
I
of
have-
$30,000.
for you. The 3 years, and the explanation if you want
Oh,
it.
that's right.
Okay.
And I also have, this is the road payment that we're gonna make.
Okay, good. So, first of all, plowing contract, our first year is 297.5. It says on here,
What, yeah, but
but
what,
we have 324.4.
Right, but we have to buy salt.
Okay, but our contract includes $30,000 worth of sand.
Yes.
Okay, so the first year is first year, okay. I'm gonna put this
remember
right.
where those figures, and I don't have them, I can't find if it was written down, but you had done a comparison of apples and apples to this contract by
Right.
adding in things to Wellman's.
I did. I do that, give it to you,
And I can't find mine, do you have
and
yours?
my big book is,
it was 70 some odd thousand.
there's a $70,000 difference, and there was close to a $70,000 difference when we went from
Last contract.
Right.
last contract to Wellman's.
Right,
It'd be nice to know a percentage of what that is too, in case it's just a small amount.
I don't think I have that, I think it's in my selectmen's book, and I brought my budget.
okay, so summer roads,
You don't have it.
I don't have it, I just brought mine.
Yeah, I just brought this.
I could have dug for it if I had thought of it, but. Because I did keep it. So, do we literally only have 4 more years?
No.
This is just the first page.
Yes.
I was really getting my hopes up, I was like, God, maybe we just did it for, oh, what is this, 10, 15,
What was it,
12
a
years?
20-year loan?
Is it a 20-year note?
Yeah, because our note was 5 years longer than the expected life of the roads. The expected life of the roads, they quoted as 10 to 15 years, but I have to tell you, if you look at the Lindsay Road
Mm-hmm.
compared to these other ones, these are in great shape.
Yeah.
That one,
That section of the Lindsay Road always falls apart. It's, I don't know
but
how
that
many
had a
times.
big crack down the center of it. And that is only a year, what, 2 years older than the Lindsay Road, the rest of the roads?
Right, I think so.
We do have some cracks in the other ones, especially North County Road.
Used to be one spot on Lindsay Road that we were riding the school bus, we'd all try to get the back.
Yeah,
Because they would shoot you right up to the ceiling.
pop you
It's
right
so
off the
bad.
seat, exactly. Like that. Okay, so then summer roads, part of this 330, 150, 544, 161, 635, 99. I'm gonna do the math, you guys, so we've got it broken down. So this is 331, 544 minus 161, 635, 99. That's, we've got 169.9 basically to put into roads this summer for ditching
Yeah.
and grinding and
And that's
culvert
not a lot of
repair. And it's
And
not,
now that we
it's
do
not a
the
huge
driveway
amount.
culverts,
Right,
And we had 200 for the roads last year.
okay.
Like 200 even, or 200,
I thought we put in 200, that wasn't, it didn't have a specific plan other than those 3 roads.
Right. Was it 200 even?
I thought
no,
it
we
was.
put 200 from fund balance to go
No,
towards it, I thought.
Hmm.
The road number for, summer roads.
Well, summer roads is the same, so whatever we did for last year, we kept the same.
Right.
But that's still, I mean, in all honesty, you ought to have 175 in there every year for repairs or overlays or fix this section and cut, redo that section, I will give Wellman credit though, where credit is due. I think these roads have held up really, really well, yeah. So, good, I'm gonna keep that. And then salt shed maintenance, we're not even discussing salt
Are
shed.
you gonna look for that paper that you're talking about? I can look for it tomorrow.
I'll look some more, but I went through most everything.
Let me make a note to myself.
You've got written on this paper, 221,810. I wonder if, I'm just thinking about contracts. Do you think that was the last contract we had with Wellman? The new contract is 297,5 minus 75,690.
Could be.
Yeah. And then, but they're 297.
And then I figured out how much we were paying when we went to
Well,
Robbins,
shoot.
and that was close.
What, do you remember what that was, 75 what?
75,690.
75,690.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do it one more time. Yeah, 75,690.
221,810. Well, that's 34%.
But if you take the 290, what I was gonna do is, this is the 290, I'm gonna write this down now, minus the 30,000.
Right, it's,
You got 267,5, so it really didn't go up. This includes the 30,000 in sand.
Right. And
So,
that 221 did not?
no, the 221,8 did not.
No,
We used to buy the
because
sand.
we used to buy the same.
So if you take that minus the 221,810, that's 45,690. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, sand was, 38,750 for 2024. That's what we had budgeted, and we had 22,440 for.
297,5.
it's 10%, basically.
267,5. That, I mean,
30,000 on 300 is
yeah.
10%.
so that's the difference. So that was the difference between, this is,
Okay,
this,
that's got the sand in it, the two,
no, what I did was the contract price is
oh, so you
297,5.
subtracted the 30.
So I subtracted the sand out
Okay,
and compared it to the last year of Wellman's contract that also did not have sand. And the difference, was 45,690. Because if someone goes off about that, I'd like to be able to speak accurately. on
yeah,
that.
don't forget that that's the one that Ed questioned and kinda sounded like they would be,
It also includes our driveway plowing.
Right, and they never
We
paid
paid it
that.
separate last
We
year.
paid that separate last year.
Do we know how much that was?
6.
Well, it was, what, 1,240 a month from October to,
1,240, oops,
6,000 sounds,
1240, so October, November, December, that was 6 months? October, January,
yes,
February,
October
March?
to April typically.
Yeah, okay, so times 6. So that's another 7440. 7440, because this was plowing this place, plowing municipal building. So that difference is 45,690 minus 7440. 38,250 it's down to. This is all on the assumption that that's that 221,810, Cindy, is the last year of the contract. So I got 38,250.
Yeah.
This is the actual difference, because they included plowing, which we paid X number of dollars for, and they included the sand,
Yeah.
which we paid X number of dollars for. Is everybody comfortable with 16 now? I mean, I feel like I got
I
my
don't know what else
numbers.
we're gonna say.
Right, I feel like I got numbers for it.
Do you have your total there of, if you add to Wellman's, the sand and that plowing?
Okay, so if Wellman's, okay, let's do that then.
221, 810?
Yeah, hold it. Let me get my- Okay, so 221, 810
Yeah, plus 7740,
plus 7440
plus 30,000.
plus 259, 250. Okay,
Yeah.
everybody got that?
14.8%.
That sounds a lot better, doesn't it? Okay, 17 is solid waste, I mean, that's all. Curbside pickup really hasn't changed, has it, Cindy?
No,
So I'm just gonna
and
write
Perk is staying
unchanged.
the same this year, so that's a good thing.
And tipping fees.
Perk
Unchanged.
tipping fees are, it's now called
Eagle Point
Eagle Point,
Eagle Point,
Energy.
but they're not increasing their fees like they can.
Yeah.
They're stabilizing them for a year.
okay, that's nice.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
And
so
this is 7.3.
this is, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for number 18. I'm gonna raise my hand even. If I had a blue card, I'd hold it up. What in the world do we have to fix for $9,000 at the municipal office?
Very good question.
What
We
do
don't
we
know
have
yet.
to, do we have anything that needs to be fixed? Do we have some
Every-
minor repairs?
Everything's running now,
Right,
but
Constant plumbing issues.
we just had to spend
7,000 on the water.
almost $8,000 to fix the water system.
okay,
So that covers any of our plumbing, our electrical issues.
okay,
And we also had a surprise bill of, what, close to $50,000 for a septic system,
Yeah,
yeah,
unanticipated.
the plumbing is old in this building. The electrical is old in this building.
Covers our yearly maintenance for ABM,
Yeah.
for
Okay.
maintenance on the systems.
Our roof maintenance, our ABM maintenance for
okay.
the furnace system.
And with what everything's going for, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Fire department 1,000, buildings other, we would say just salt shed or anything.
Sand shed,
Pose.
the pump house, and then if we run low in the office or the fire department, we can use that.
Okay.
Depending on what takes place.
Awesome. 19 is just what it is.
Insurance.
You know,
Insurance.
another point back on 17 is that the total is the same. Fire was reduced 2,000 and municipal office increased 2,000.
We just
So
switched
we'll-
the money, we didn't
Right.
increase the
So
total
the
budget.
total article is
The
the
total
same.
budget is
Yeah.
the same. But we don't have to pay for that deteriorating building down there anymore. So we changed it so that
Just
the money is set
Allocated it to
aside
different
for
areas.
this aging building here.
Okay. Okay, so insurance is 19, library is 20, E11 is 21. Cemetery maintenance,
The point on the insurance, that's up 25.8, almost 26%.
that's up 26%. I should know that, I pay insurance, just paid my insurance. Paid some of my insurance. Good lord.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Geez, my homeowners went up 20%.
You gotta shop that stuff and shop that stuff and shop that
I
stuff.
just got an audit today, so I can go through and do all that fun stuff.
I know, I gotta do my online workers' comp audit, that reminds me. So 22 cemetery, that's about the same, isn't it?
It's the same.
Same,
We're still looking for a sexton. We budgeted for a low, if they wanna increase it and go try and find a full-time person, make my day.
right, right.
I mean, Erin does work when she can, and there are companies we can hire to do work.
It's gonna be, I
We
would,
can't even get people to volunteer for a cemetery committee.
I know, you can't even get people to volunteer for us. There's always been a cemetery
Yeah.
committee. Anyway, see what somebody, okay, general assistance is 1,000, that's whatever we do.
Yep.
Did we spend general assistance last
No.
year? No?
But we have to have a budget.
Right.
State says we have to.
Absolutely, yep. Trust
And-
funds and,
I mean, just one rental assistance nowadays is gonna take $400 or $500 of that.
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we're very fortunate that,
Wait till some of these new Mainers come here.
Mm. Building reserve fund, that's for this building.
yeah,
Do we put it in,
oh,
Direct
back
me-
up to 24.
okay,
If you want to, we just got the check for this year, and it was $2,000 more than it was 10,000.
oh, so it was
So
actually,
if you wanted to amend that
okay,
to increase it,
so we actually received 10,000.
but the 10,000 is on the 8,000 we raised last year to fulfill
Right.
the budget amount for the year we're in now.
Okay. Does it matter if we don't amend it? I mean.
No, it doesn't, it goes in the next year anyway,
Okay.
so.
Alright. So the building reserve fund is for this building,
Yes.
and it's we do this every year, we put $1,000 into.
$1,000.
Do we know how much is in there currently?
Remember if I printed that one out or not.
That's alright.
No, but I can get it,
Okay, it's no big deal.
I believe there's like 18 in there.
yeah.
It was like-
something like
So
that.
in case we have a major event happen.
Yeah, like a hole in the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Are
2,200.
we gonna get it for the meeting though, just in case somebody does ask? I wasn't.
I can,
Yeah.
I
if you
think
want
we
me to.
should, 'cause
Yep,
Yep. I wrote
I'm just-
estimated 18K, but I think we should have it.
We have a few things
I
coming
don't wanna
out of
look like those guys did. the other night.
Right? Can't believe you were so unprepared, to be honest.
you guys all got your fund balance?
No, no.
I did a paper up. That one,
Right, Article 25 is 60,000 from fund balance to reduce taxes, and I was just gonna say, so what is our current fund balance?
it's estimated, it's actually gonna be higher than that now, because we took in more revenue sharing than I predicted, but
So our fund balance as of June 30th will be 895?
roughly, yes.
Oh, I thought it was down
No,
much below that.
no.
Voted to use in 2024, 200,000. That was for,
The budget we're in now.
okay, this,
Yeah, but see, that's 23, not 24.
Right, that's 23.
okay, so that's 23, okay,
So
sorry.
that was the audit as
So-
of June of last year.
Okay, so
We
we
went
were,
to town meeting and took $200,000 out of it.
right,
which-
that left us 695, 599.
Right,
We have approximately 60,000 going in from leftover funds,
this year,
right, back in,
which I think that's gonna be more upwards of 100.
okay. So
Yeah, 'cause we still have the state- We still have
755.
revenue sharing. coming
Yeah.
in.
Do you have more than one of these?
I can make copies.
I'll say, why don't you
Yeah.
give these guys each a copy too? Because estimated what we need to maintain
But I
the
think-
fund
You
balance.
gave that to us, I think, last week?
Yeah,
You did?
Oh, I don't, I'll say, I don't have it in any of my stuff, because I like this,
Yeah.
I really like this.
Okay, here.
Was it last meeting or meeting before?
maybe
We
it was
talked,
before.
because we talked about
Because you
this,
wanted to know what we had to have
right,
to
to
maintain the
survive,
fund balance.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
Because we need roughly right around 900 to $1 million.
Mhm,
If you calculate all the school payments and the county tax,
mhm. So,
so,
if you would print off a couple more of these
yep,
and give them to the
is
guys.
the door still open or no?
I will look for them tomorrow evening. Okay, so that was for the 23-24 season.
Can I take that one and scan it in and send it to you?
Sure.
That'll save me rummaging through all my books.
Why don't you just make us copies and put
Yeah.
them at our seats tomorrow night?
Paper's better.
Yeah, I
Thursday
like,
night.
Thursday night, excuse me, 'cause, yeah. I'd much rather have a piece of paper in my
Yeah.
book.
Yep. Okay, I can do that.
See, I'll like try to dig through.
I don't like to be on my phone.
Because I make one for the budget committee every year. He wants to know
Right.
roughly what we're.
Well, Buddy usually asks us what fund balance
Yeah.
is.
Doesn't he always?
He always does.
So Article 27 is new this year,
Yeah, because we lost the school IT.
because we
so-
lost the school IT services. The next one is gonna bring up an interesting conversation.
What conversation is it gonna bring up?
So I went out, Transco came in the other day, because we budgeted for a new copier this year.
No.
And Transco come in the other day, and long story short, he has given a proposal that he'll buy out our current lease and give us a new machine and at a cheaper rate than what we're paying now. But it's a 5-year lease. So Thursday, if we can amend Article 28 to 5 years instead of 3 years, because we legally can't do a contract for any more than 3.
I'm gonna call on you
And
to
this is
explain
going,
that.
right, and
What?
this is happening everywhere, they're all going with longer
Okay.
leases.
Right.
So, if we can do that,
That surprises me in a way because printers don't have that type of lifespan, do they?
Nice ones do.
copiers
Copiers
do.
do.
So,
They guarantee them while they're under lease though, right? They do all the
Yeah,
repairs
yeah.
and everything.
and he's even given us a quote. We just ran out of ink in the B&B printer,
Yeah.
and Katie can tell you more number-wise, but she went to order a new one.
Ink's wicked expensive. I had that plotter in the office. The biggest cost was the ink for the damn thing.
Yep.
But this one here takes 2 different can take one of 2 cartridges. One does,
3,000 and one does
3,000.
9,000, and the one that was like 9,000 was $200 online, and you can get it for like 99.
yeah,
Wow.
and he'll include that we buy that stuff from him too.
Oh, good.
So,
Okay.
okay,
All right. And there's the 5,000 for the public safety capital equipment fund. $1,000 for our planning board. God, that doesn't seem like enough money
no,
for them, for what they do, but.
Hey, that's just for
That's
their
just
new
for-
computer.
Oh, I know, but I feel like
they get $10 a meeting, and the chairman gets 25.
No, they
that's-
changed it.
I was gonna
The
say.
chair
that.
gets $40 a meeting, and the
Oh,
others
that's right.
get $20
I mean-
a meeting.
honestly, I feel like they should get like $5,000 to $7,000 a year for engineering services. You see what I mean? When they
Yeah.
can't figure something out, because, I mean, God bless them, they're doing the best they can with the knowledge that they have, but it'd be nice to be able to say, Jim Kaiser, can you look at something for us and give us an opinion, or, help us update X, Y, Z, or whatever, I mean, that's just my opinion, but anyway, it's all good. 31 is there's 2 AEDs,
And this is only gonna be used if they don't get the grant.
okay.
right? I believe that's what
I
they said.
understood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they put in for a grant, and if they don't get the grant, then they're gonna need to purchase too, so.
okay. So, these two articles right here, 32 and 33, I'm just gonna wanna slow down the whole even.
Well, if you look at it,
So,
If we ask the moderator to do 33 first and 32 second, wouldn't that be more clear for them? Because then with
Oh,
33,
if they
they'll
don't
understand
pass-
what the account is for. I mean, it's just formality.
well, that's to establish the reserve
I
account.
understand what it's for,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to,
And the first
see,
part of that
tough.
other one
I know it,
puts money in it.
right, exactly.
they're gonna question the amount of $60,000 going into that, I think.
Okay,
So
so,
we use the 60,000 somewhere else is gonna be the,
so I
I'm gonna
got,
play devil's advocate here.
um,
You wanna have those quotes for memorials, is that what you've got there?
no, these are the ones for, the dry hydrants and the sign on the fire department. Um,
If I were
But
you,
hey,
he hasn't given me a quote on them. He gave me a quote on the stone that they did for Holden
right,
and the size, and that one was, what did he say that was, 10,000?
Yeah, but remember what we talked about is the plead for a committee to get
Yeah.
together. You know, this is more of a, you know,
This-
token of putting this amount of money into an account to
and,
push the
right, and we
program
want
forward.
we want a committee,
Right,
we want a sitting committee.
And
Yeah.
that 60,000 will not be spent until the town would have to give approval to spend the money. The rest of it is all,
right.
Appropriated.
the rest of it is all going
So if
towards-
somebody says, I don't think we should, maybe let's just put 30,000 in to a reserve account for a memorial, what would you do with the other 30? Can they amend it?
They can,
Can
they
put
can
it,
go down, they can't go up.
right, they can only go down.
Yeah.
So let's say, I'm just asking this, if someone said, I don't think we should put $60,000 aside for a memorial, we need other things. Can we put $30,000 into something else, like put it back into the road budget, for example? You can't do that. Okay. Right. I'm just-
You can't amend these amounts in here up, you can go down.
Right, they can
So-
amend it down, my point is they can
Right,
amend
but
it
you can't-
down.
You can't make up an article and put it
Yeah,
somewhere
we
else.
can't
Okay,
move the,
so
yeah,
what
we
would they,
go back into general fund, right?
that
The
30,000
balance
would
if
go
they-
back into general
Yep.
fund? Okay.
Yep.
I'm just asking.
So you're saying that they can't allocate it to anything
To anything else.
outside of,
It'd
They
be a
can't
separate
allocate it to
article.
the,
right, they can't say, well, we want it to go to the fire department, just for
They
them.
can't.
just for the fire department, or
Yeah.
just for paving, or just for
Right,
playground. I'd love to put more money toward the playground improvements, if it were me, but we can't. So.
And
Okay,
we could if that's what the people decide they wanna do. I mean, I don't know how we have this worked out, but that was the whole point of having a committee, so we're not on the hook for
yeah,
what, you know,
Exactly.
I don't wanna be,
you'd like to have a committee of 5 to 7 people to
Yeah.
talk about that project.
come up
that
with a plan
veterans-
and present it to the people and ask them
Right.
to spend the money.
Right,
yeah.
okay, I'm just
Yep.
throwing it out there, because I think that's gonna
But they
be,
can't, they can't switch numbers, because if they, for example, like you said, 3,000 for the fire department sign,
mm,
and
They
they
can't
can't
say, well, why-
take, they
why
can't
we
take 10,000 off the 60 and add it to the,
or the
Thirty.
playground equipment,
right,
right.
can't do it.
Okay. Okay, so then 34 is basically housekeeping.
Yeah,
and 35, 36, and 37 is all
ordinances.
ordinances and
Back
planning
on
board.
33, excuse me.
Sure.
It- I think Kurt was talking about, maybe we could tie it into begging for a committee for this memorial, is to have
Yes.
them as well do some sort of future planning for our ideas for our lot here.
Yeah,
You know, like a 5-year, 10-year plan, or-
right,
because you know, we've got that skating rink down there that sure would be nice to resurrect. We got a,
sure would be nice
Well,
if
that-
somebody came along and said, we want to lease your whole building for 10 years.
yeah,
And you go right down there and you build a
Yeah.
town office,
yeah.
right there, 28 by 48, boom, boom, boom. But anyway,
I have had, Bronco Little League inquired about using the field next year,
oh, good.
so I told them.
You
help
could bring,
yourself.
you
Help
could bring that
yourself.
up at the town meeting, you know, that
Yep,
we would really like to have a rec committee that we could refer things to,
yep,
that could assess some things for us,
yep,
you know, so.
cause we got a lot of things, we need a, fence around the basketball courts. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I am gonna instruct a new plow guy, don't go on that basketball court.
No, exactly,
No more plowing on the basketball court.
yeah. All you gotta do is tell the plow guy who's plowing here,
Yeah,
put it somewhere else.
yeah,
Well, the Connex box should be gone this year too.
And preferably not on top of the septic bed, in
I
the
don't
septic bed.
I'm hoping they leave it. Fire department can use it.
Looks like they were packing it right full of stuff today.
No, they were unpacked.
They were.
Yeah, that's what I believe. But
It's an eyesore, my opinion.
could be. One way or the other.
Anybody got anything else?
I did want to clarify something. I brought that quote for, the culvert replacement on North County Road.
Mm-hmm.
So there were two, they were the same price. I gave the okay for the second one. The second one is on the North Road, just up past.
Past the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those hopefully will be done.
They're gonna patch those big holes on Lindsay and North Road?
Yes, there's a pothole on Lindsay Road in front of the church.
It's more of a crater.
That's a
Yeah.
crater.
There's one on North Road. There's a couple more. I sent them all to Ed the other day.
I did ask, this is not for the minutes. I did ask my husband, the other night we're having supper, and I said, Rick, do you remember when we put that slide in over at the school? He goes, yeah, I said, well, they gotta replace the slide, I said, it's coming the 1st of July, I said, they gotta take out the old slide. I said, do you remember how deep those footings were? He goes, Renee, do you remember an estimate you did for somebody in 1993? I'm like, no. He goes, well, I don't remember how big those footings were. He said, when they get over there ready to do it, let me know, and I'll come over with an excavator and pull it up. He would probably prefer coming during the week, like after work one evening or whatever. But he said, I said, well, for the new install, we have to remove all the old stuff. He's like, I can't remember how big. I was like, it's like the weep holes on the left end wall of a Hamden Academy. How do I know? What's going on? So anyway, he doesn't know how big they were, but he is willing to
Oh, that's
bring
perfect.
bring
I
some
don't care.
equipment over.
I don't care how big they are.
Because I said to him, I said, I think somebody was gonna try to pull them out with a tractor. He goes, you ain't getting them out of there with a tractor. I don't think you're doing that. And that's what he said, I'll bring something over that really will pull them out. So I said, okay, I'll let him know. So there's that.
Good.
Sweet. But if you make sure, I wanna make sure I have that fund balance information for
Yes.
the meeting,
Yes.
all right?
I will make copies and have them in your seat.
Okay.
Can't wait.
And probably an updated expense report, so if we get past, you know, where are we on You know
Yes.
those regular reports you do that it's by
Yeah.
department?
My gosh, I don't know why I'm so tired.
The weather's playing with our emotions.
It definitely is.
I know when it started
Sunny,
raining.
rainy, sunny,
It's almost time to
rainy.
go home, oh, look, it's pouring. Hey, gotta get down the bike.
Yeah. I know when it started raining this afternoon, I wanted to sit down in my chair so bad. But I had that 2-year-old.
Oh, I have a new grandbaby today.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, 9 pounds, 6 ounces.
Oh,
How's mom?
Come on,
Everybody
Claire.
healthy?
I guess so.
Good.
Guess so. He, my first grandson was 10 pounds. And his brother was 8 something.
Your first grandson, not son,
Grandson.
grandson.
Oh, no, mine were 6, 10, and 16.
Yeah.
I'm all good.
Yeah. I'm gonna punch my husband right in the head. Just for the fun of it.
I've got 1 out of 2 graduated.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Very
Well done.
nice.
Your daughter, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is she off anywhere or is just staying
She's
home?
going to Husson for physical therapy.
Yeah.